This is what I've come up with. So, it's snowing outside, but I got one of my mini propane heaters, and I made some curtains. Unfortunately, I guess I didn't have a set of flannel or wool sheets to work with, so I had to go with two different kinds. We'll just live with it. We'll just live with it. The symmetry's ruined. But we have on this side some flannel sheets. They've been turned into curtains. I'm gonna, clean them up a little bit. And we've got one there, and then we've got a couple of wool blankets. I still have to make some for the front here, but of course I have to fill in those corners with insulation and tongue and groove. But, excuse me, as you can see, we have a room. We have a room. I'm going to stand back here. I'm going to show you. It's a room. Well, hey guys, it's me again. So, let's see, got Wavey Gravy, trying to find a settle down in my lap here. So, what is the winter plan? What is the winter tactic? What's Operation Winter Escape for 2021? It's a good question. I have been talking to a few folks that live down in Florida. One of them being the Pirate and the Princess, which many of you guys might know about. I made a Nosy Beagle interview on my channel I think it's been a couple years ago now. It's a very popular video on my channel. It's gotten quite a few views, 5,000 views or something like that. For my channel, that's pretty good. And they, and if you don't know about them, they're another couple who have built a really awesome shanty boat down in Lower Michigan, and they took it all the way to Florida. They have a channel. I'll link it in the description. And they settled in for now in Crystal River, Florida, and they got a really good situation down there from what I understand. And I've been texting them and kind of trying to feel out whether it's a option to drag the Beagle Barge down there and maybe set it on the hook somewhere at the mouth of the Crystal River like they've done with their shanty boat, and work on it some more and kind of home base it out of there. I have been to Crystal River before, and it's all of Florida is pretty darn cool, when you catch it at the right time. But Crystal River is one of the even, exceptionally nice spots down there. If you watch Wayne's Diaries, his channel, who was the person that originally inspired me to even get into shanty boats and build one in the first place, he's spent some time in Crystal River. I think he likes it down there too. I'll try to link a description to his channel below also. I've also got some friends that I made this last summer. They came up here to visit. They live in kind of both worlds here, the backwaters and the back roads side of things. The fella is into Harleys, and he went to Sturgis, and he stopped in here on his way there and for a few days. I hung out on the beach, and then his significant other, is down in Florida there, and she's got a bunch of, well, they both, I guess you could say, both have a bunch of land down there near Titusville, but kind of out in the country. And they've invited me to come down there and make myself at home for a while and park the boat and work on it some more. And they only live like a couple blocks from the Intercoastal Waterway on the Atlantic side. So that might be an option also. Whatever I can't get done here before the winter really sets in, I could work on down there. So something's going to come to be. I've been making calls to the marina in Carabel, Florida also, which is where I ended the Shantyboat Beagle adventure a few years ago, if anybody remembers. And my thoughts have always been to kind of go back down there because I like that town. I've known about it for several years, and I kind of call it the Ontonagon of Florida. It's just this little end of the road town down there. It's like roughly the same size. There's nothing going on down there to speak of, but it's a really cool spot. And I thought about, trying to rent a parking spot down there at one of the marinas and just work on the barge some more until it got to be what I would consider to be ready to go. And then go around the bight instead of doing that open water leg over to, I think, what is it, Steinhatchee or something, where the Great Loopers, because if you think about it, most of the people that do the Great Loop have boats that draw like 3 or 4 or more feet, and they can't go around the bight. They have to kind of go across the bend in Florida there at the top of the panhandle because it just gets so shallow. Whereas the barge and boats like it can make their way closer to shore around the bight, and I thought that'd be, and I've never seen anybody do it on YouTube anyways, and I thought that'd be a cool thing to do. So if I could start from Carabel, go around the bight, and then keep going down Florida, have some adventures, maybe I'll do that. But like what I was saying is I've made calls to the dockside marina down there in Carabel, and they never pick up their phone. I don't know what it is, but it always goes to voicemail, and no one will ever pick up, and I don't know what's going on down there. So I'd hate to drag it all the way down there to find out that their policies have changed or whatever, they're out of business or something. I don't think they are, but, and I couldn't, I'd have to keep going. So I want to get something kind of, settled in a little bit before I hook up to this beast and take it down there. Another consideration is I have to be in the Northland, occasionally, no matter what, because of, business things and also some other aspects of my life that I never talk about on this channel that, are the exact opposite of what we do on this channel, adventures and good times, family type stuff. So maybe I'll talk about that someday, but I've never been able to figure out how to talk about it, and so, I'll keep working on it. But you can just trust me that there's a lot that goes on when the camera's not rolling and we're not having some kind of adventure, which I love to do. I live for them, And one of them, kind of brings me home no matter what. So all that said, this winter, like most winters, I'm going to have to pop into the Northland no matter what's going on, and do a few things, and then I'll probably, head back down. So one way or another, I'm going to drag the barge out of here to Florida, more than likely. Maybe Tennessee. I've considered that too. I love the Kentucky lakes. Of course, it's not the weather, anything's better weather than Superior Land, in December, January, February, March even. But, Tennessee's not exactly the South either. It can get cold there, and it's all relative. But if you got the right, I've thought about if I've got several heat sources on this boat, poking around the Kentucky lakes and Tennessee River, Cumberland River, maybe the Black Warrior, river. Though they're not as far south as Florida and all that nice weather you get to take advantage of, it still might be good enough weather and, a great adventure. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen yet this winter, but I do know that something's going to happen. And we're going to have an adventure, and it's probably going to be on this boat. I had my doubts for a little while that I was going to be able to get it done enough to take it out of here. And I still, there's like a 10% chance that I won't be able to, and I have a plan B, maybe take the Nimble Vagabond down south. That's pretty much ready to go. If there's some reason I can't do that, then, I'll switch over to maybe the Bigfoot camper on my truck and go poke around the Ozarks, or, I don't know. Something's going to happen, but at the end of the day, 3 or 4 months of hardcore winter up in Superior Land is, I would say, is not even doable at this point for me. Especially the lifestyle I live, you know, kind of rustic and lacking comforts and so forth. So well, I guess there's going to be a little bit of a mystery. You're going to have to keep watching my channel to find out what's going to happen. But I can promise you this. We're going to do something. And I am trying really hard to get this boat I'm sitting in right now on the trailer in front of my house with it snowing outside, ready to go, enough to go drop it in the water down south and go do some exploring. So I think that's all I can tell you. There's one more thing I want to show you in this video. Let's go check it out. So I like sleeping in the cold. And this building is actually insulated enough at the moment to, you know, take the chill off of anything other than like sub-zero temperatures. So you get enough blankets, and I don't know, I like it. I don't really like sleeping in warm rooms. I've always been like that. So it's working for me. I got a scooter project, fixing the carb on that one. That one's running really good. Of course, got my Elite 250. So, here's my room. I got wavy gravy down there. So you guys have heard about, you know, rooms so small that you can't change your mind. Not enough room to change your mind. This would be one of them. I'm kind of standing in my makeshift little door here. But you can see it's about 6 by 8 is my guess. 6 by 9 maybe. Size of a small fish house. And these walls are insulated and mostly finished. Still gotta, you know, put some trim up there. But yeah, I got a little heater on low. I'm gonna see, you know, how much this runs up my electric bill, and if it does substantially, I'll probably put a little propane heater in here. But it really doesn't take much to heat it. Got myself a free couch that I put in here. Some of these folding doors for a wall. And yeah, move. I'll just sit down and show you like a point of view. It's my little winter room on the beach. It's easy to heat and hang out in, and, you know, when I'm home. Well, you guys can see that we had our first kind of substantial snowfall last night. But this is really nothing. And the temperatures are forecasted to get warm enough to probably melt this away next week. So we're still on that kind of cusp. Still got plenty of time. I've got a buddy too that has a plow. And even if I got, you know, if it just dumped snow before I can get out of here, he could come and plow me a path out of the property here, and then I could get on the road. So I'm not really too worried about it. Though at the same time, it's a good sign and a good motivation to just, you know, keep going. And don't wait too long. If the snow drifts get too tall, then it really does become a problem. So we're pulling stuff in and out of here. But yeah, guys, that's about it. You got any questions? You know, hey, if you're new here, I should start saying this, you know. Feel free to take a look at some of my other videos. I've been doing this for like going on 4 years now. And if you like kind of, you know, see the pants adventures and doing stuff on a budget, boating, shanty boats especially, but not just, and houseboats and fishing, and then there's a whole other side of it, the back road side of it, scooters and sleeping in the trees, and Scooter Tramp Scotty when we catch up with him and stuff. There's a good theme on this channel if it's for you. So, you know, take a look. If you like it, push that subscribe button and stick around, because the channel's slowly growing, and it would be great if it just keeps on going. So, okay, guys, thanks for watching. thanks for sticking around. I'm going to work on this some more today, and I'll have a new video for you soon. See you later.